Uptown Greenwood, South Carolina, is one of 15 designees to receive the Great Places in America designation for 2017 by the American Planning Association. Through the implementation of the 2003 Greenwood City Center Master Plan, Uptown Greenwood is one of the best success stories in downtown redevelopment in South Carolina.
We came to the realization that if you're going to be an effective community, you have to have a vibrant uptown or downtown community. So we all began to come together and come up with a common vision of what we wanted for Uptown Greenwood, and we came up with the City Master Plan.
Once a community divided by hundreds of feet of railroad tracks and then blacktop, Uptown Greenwood has reemerged as a successful regional hub.
Things are a lot easier once you have that plan. So there was never any real dissension about what was going to happen. It was on the plan to begin with. The other key aspect was we had hospitality taxes had already been passed by Senator Nicholson and his council, and we couldn't have done any of this revitalization without leveraging hospitality taxes. Other key people or players were the Self Family Foundation. They've been there all along. They actually helped fund the initial plan. They helped fund the federal building, which we're standing, which was really the first revitalization key to really you could see come up out of the ground was the federal building.
At the same time, we were developing a city center master plan for the revitalization of the town center. And key to that revitalization was to repurpose the old federal building into an arts center. Through a major gift from the Self Family Foundation, we were able to repurpose the federal building into an arts center, which helped leverage additional public and private dollars to renovate the theater and the museum. We were able to establish an arts and cultural district for the town center.
Having been born and raised in New York City, I'm very accustomed to art and culture. And it is very, very satisfying to me to come to a town that my parents were born and raised in, and to be able to partake of some of those activities right here at home. The Art Center is a real mecca for this town. It is a focal point for this town, and it draws a lot of outside visitors for the exhibits, as well as the events that go on throughout the spring and summer in Greenwood.
The repurposing of the federal building was a catalyst to raise additional monies, public and private monies. Probably another $12 million was leveraged in public dollars and private dollars to streetscaping and also facade improvements to local businesses. As a result of our investment over the last 10 years, we have seen a remarkable improvement in economic activity in the city center.
We had some early pioneers that came out and invested their money at the beginning. A real significant one was John Holloway. He put his money down there on Maxwell Avenue.
In 2007, I purchased a building in Uptown Greenwood on Maxwell Avenue at a time when the whole block was dilapidated. But I saw the potential of this building and the commitment the city was making to Greenwood and small businesses, and it has been a win-win situation for me moving my business to Uptown Greenwood.
Really at the time, there wasn't too much happening at all. John Holloway had a photography studio, and that was really pretty much the only finished building of sorts on Maxwell Avenue. Main Street itself didn't have too terribly much going on. There was a few restaurants that were sort of trying to get going. There was a little bit of traffic, but really not a lot of foot traffic. But you could sort of tell that there were a lot of things in the works. And when we bought this building, the power lines were being buried. The road was being redone, and the sidewalks were being reworked. So you could tell that there was a longer-term plan here.
The town's plan turned its widest main street in the world into an attraction by focusing on creating a park-like environment with their surplus of space and adapting nearby historic buildings for modern use.
My sights were really set on Uptown Greenwood, and for one main reason, and that was the character, the charm, the history that you really cannot find anywhere else. I knew that I wanted to set my business apart and not just be any old clothing store, I needed to give my customers a special customer service experience, a special shopping experience, and one that they couldn't find anywhere else. And that's what you find here in Uptown Greenwood.
The city master plan has been amazing, and in particular in the past decade, we have added over 130 trees to our already beautiful canopy. Down Main Street, we have the Darlington oaks, which are a mature species of oak tree. And then the other trees that we've added are ginkgos and maples and elm trees, which has just made it a beautiful place to stroll, and even people jog through here, ride their bicycle through here. So it's a great place to be.
Just start building on it, one on another. You know, you get momentum, then you get more people, you get more dollars. My favorite project is the farmers market, Splash Pad, and that took a while, took a little planning. But man, I'm so happy every time I walk by it and see those kids.
Years ago, Greenwood started out with a plan to revitalize our downtown, what we call our Uptown Greenwood area. It is the leadership, the dedication to that plan that has allowed Greenwood to become what it is today, and will allow Greenwood to continue to grow and become a more family and community-oriented uptown area.
I think the next thing that helps make Greenwood a great place will be to get more full-time residents living up here. We're seeing it already. We're seeing some nice condos being constructed. So I think more and more people will be coming up here to live full-time.
We chose to invest in Uptown Greenwood due to the promise and revitalization that has been shown here in the past 5 to 10 years.
By modernizing the downtown while maintaining the historic character of Main Street, Uptown Greenwood truly embodies its mission of embracing the future and preserving the past.
What the city's committed and small business owners have done in the Uptown is really, truly amazing, and every year it just keeps getting better and better.
Best thing about living in Greenwood is the wonderful quality of life we have, and the community leadership, which has made Greenwood one of the hidden jewels in South Carolina.
I think it's a great city on the rise, a little diamond in the rough, and should be greater, even more so in time.
A great place to be, to have perfect access to a lot of different things that the Southeast has to offer. Put all of those things together, it really makes Greenwood a great place.
The atmosphere, the people, they're great people uptown here, as well as our neighbors next door to us. When we first came here in April, they came with open arms. Not only our neighbors, but everyone in the community has come in, shook our hand, and gave us words of encouragement.
The people is what really makes it great here.
When you accept the diversity that you have in the community and willing to listen to the input and make sure that we are making Greenwood a better place for everyone, I think that's what has made Greenwood great. And I think that's one thing that has kept me in Greenwood all of my life, to see how Greenwood has been transformed to look out for the betterment of all of its citizens.
We thank the American Planning Association for this honor and look forward to continuing to shape a great future. To learn more about Uptown Greenwood, visit uptowngreenwood.com.